Good morning and welcome to day 7 of Insanity. Danny Quanstrom here, starting week 2. It's Monday morning and I can tell it's a Monday. I am slow on the uptake today. We'll be alright. Once I get some blood flowing, once I start working out, things will start picking up mentally for me as well, I believe. But yeah, today's cardio, power, and resistance. Today is not as taxing on the cardio side, but will still be a lot of work. I'm hoping I'll be able to really push myself today. So here goes nothing.
I gotta get with it. Not able to push myself just yet. For some reason, the belt kicks are really funny to me. One more set. One more set.
Okay, so just finished eating breakfast, feeling good. Nope, that's a lie. Feeling bad. Today might be my least favorite day. I don't like it. My quads really hurt. Something I want to talk about today. I've noticed that since I've been starting Insanity really early in the morning, I get my day started, I get up, I do Insanity, I create my vlog, and then I'm done by 8 in the morning every morning typically. I've noticed that my days are a lot more productive since I've started Insanity. And that's pretty cool. And that leads me to the topic I want to discuss today, which is sloth. Thinking about how sloth is it's considered one of the 7 deadly sins for good reason. That sloth can lead to so many other problems. Sloth is something that plagues our society as a whole. Sloth can lead to so many other problems. I mean, living on a college campus, the time that the students get into the most trouble personally with themselves is when they go home on break. It's when they're bored. It's when they don't have anything to do. But when I get a call from a student on Christmas break or over summer break, or a text saying they want to talk, I know it's because they've probably been looking at porn. And they've been looking at porn because they're bored, and they're bored because they don't have anything to do. And it's particularly frustrating because of how it has influenced my denomination, how it has made its way in. Granted, this isn't the case everywhere. I love my church, I love my denomination, and we have wonderful, powerful, incredible leaders, but we also have a lot of leaders who are just lazy. There's physical sloth, but then there's also mental sloth. And sometimes there are those who are unwilling to do the hard work of thinking. They're unwilling to do the labor of reading and research and preparing. Thinking as a preacher, writing a sermon is about the hardest task I do. And I don't preach every week, I preach every once in a while, but writing a sermon is hard work. But there are so many pastors and preachers who don't want to put the work in on the front end, and they don't want to do the research and write out a well-scripted sermon. And that's unfair to the community, that's unfair to the church that they're leading. Granted, we should Sabbath, we should take time to rest. God created rest, and rest is good. But it is better to be busy than to be bored. I read a statistic that the average Netflix user watches 1 season of a TV show every week. That's a lot of TV. And I'll tell you, the inspiration that I have for motivating myself to be hardworking, to not be slothful, is my grandpa Roy. He is going to be 80 this March, and he works full-time. He was working for the Salvation Army a couple years ago, and a small Christian college near Chicago gave him a call and said, "Hey, we would like you to come work in our alumni relations department. Would you come work part-time for us?" And his response to the university was, "Well, why would you only hire me part-time? If you're going to hire me. I want to do the job. I want to work." He's nearly 80 years old, working full-time. When the rest of the world is telling him to retire, he doesn't quit. He doesn't stop. I don't think retirement is wrong, but he'll work until he can't. And that's inspirational. That's motivational. So how do you work hard? How do you combat sloth in your life? How do you combat laziness in your life? Because the temptation is there and the temptation is real. Yet, we must be diligent in our work. Yet, in our work, not letting our busyness become an idol, and not letting our busyness take the place of our spiritual disciplines. A quote I will leave you with is from Martin Luther. Martin Luther said, "I have so much work to do today. I must spend at least 3 hours in prayer."